Hi, I'm Leanne Miller, and today on Amish Country Living, it's game time, and it's the Battle of the Dips. Stick around, because we're going to let the chips fall where they may. Thanks for joining us today. It is game time, and make no mistake about it, our food is just as important as our sports. You know, my husband was raised Amish, and before we got married, he coached an Amish girls softball team, and those girls played ball. You know, volleyball, softball, and of course football are of interest in Amish country. And I'll tell you what, with the Super Bowl coming up, if there's a TV around and an Amishman happens to be there, they might just take a peek. Now, dips, Super Bowl parties, food, you know, it is all part of that wonderful celebration of home. And today joining me is Matt Beres. Hey, Matt.
How's it going?
It's going great.
Good,
you know what,
good.
Matt? You have some wonderful insight about hospitality.
Yeah.
Matt is a pastor? Should I
guess
call
you
you
can
a
call me
pastor?
pastor, but I just work with high school students.
Okay, that just feels weird to call him pastor because you're just such a good friend. Matt works at New Point Community Church, and he works with youth, and he is single, ladies.
Watch out.
So, so you know, you shared some interesting things about being single and having a home, and why don't you share a little bit with me?
Well, when I first took my job, my mom and dad kind of were talking about me, you know, being single and being involved in a church and stuff like that, and they just really stress the importance, even at home before I left home, stress the importance of having an open house and letting people come over. And now I'm in a small group at church with a bunch of guys, so they come over to my house and we all cook together and grill out. And what we're actually making today, I served at my Michigan-Ohio State party back in the fall.
And what happened?
It was the only thing that everybody ate. I mean, so it's good. It's a hit.
It was a hit. It was a
hit,
Shazam, knockout, drag-out hit. And it was actually, you said, the only thing that you ran completely out of.
It was gone. People were scraping the bowl, and I think somebody even licked it. Not right. I'm just joking.
Okay, you know what? Let's just get started.
Okay.
This doesn't seem too hard at all.
It's not hard at all. And even a single guy can make it.
Even a single guy
That's why
can
we
make
brought
it.
it today.
Okay, all right. Now, in the crock pot, I love this idea. We're going to heat this in a pan first.
Right.
Together. We're going to blend this together, you know, over heat.
Right.
Now, then you're going to you pour it in the crock pot.
Right. Well, what you might think is that it might be cool to just dump this all in the crock pot. But I think it would be better to put it take the extra step to put it in a pan and blend it all there because it'll get better. We don't want it to be chunky.
Yeah, and you know, a good point about that, Matt, is when we mix it together over heat, you're kind of combining the flavors. You're making it actually easier to dip with your chip.
Right.
And you know, we've got some good ideas if you have any left over, but obviously when people are hanging out with you, there is no leftovers with this deal.
No, I make sure they eat it all.
All right, come on, let's get started.
Well, hey, the first thing we have
it's kickoff time.
Woohoo! It's time to go. Okay, the first thing we have is we use just 2 cans of canned chicken.
Okay.
Now, you don't have to use canned chicken. You can use anything you want.
Okay, you can use a rotisserie chicken. You can actually go up to that wonderful popular place in Kidron, Ohio called Gerber's, or any of your just local grocery stores and get some fresh chicken. But, you know, hey, you're single, you are busy all the time.
Canned chicken's the easiest thing to do.
Canned chicken is easy,
so
that looks beautiful.
Yeah, what you want to do is just like make it into shredded, kind of just chop it up a little bit more than it already is.
You're shredding it with your fork.
And here you can have this, one of these.
Okay.
You can stir and I'll dump. So just dump in the 2 cans of chicken in your pan.
Now, is that like a real true blue culinary term, dump?
Dump, well, I don't know. Dump, it's weird in different contexts.
Okay.
All right, so you have your chicken.
Hey, give me that fork. I want to shred it
you want to shred a little more?
There's some chunky chicken in here. Okay, so I'm going to shred just a little more. Just don't hurry up with that cream cheese. Just hold on. Now, those are 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese, correct?
Right.
Now, I will tell you that I let those soften.
Yes, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
It's easier to blend that way.
If you don't let those soften, you're going to have some hard cream cheese, and it's going to take longer. It's going to take longer to mix together. And also, Matt, we don't want to get this too hot, do we?
No. We don't want to scorch it. We don't want anything scorched.
You just had a little ornery look on your face just then. Like you were
going to
totally jive talk me. You're going to totally tease me.
I'm an ornery person.
You little jolly rancher, you.
All right,
Okay.
tell me when you're ready.
All right.
Whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
Okay, I think I've
You know,
got
this is
shredded.
great because I've been to your house before and we practiced doing cooking shows, but this is the real deal.
Yeah, we have actually have pretended and practiced doing cooking shows before. In fact, on Mother's Day, Matt's mother wasn't around.
Yeah,
Francine
they live in New
wasn't
Jersey,
around. They
not
live in
Amish country.
not in Amish country, although they love Amish country. She loves Walnut Creek cheese and Troy's Country Market.
She
Francine's
does.
a lovely lady.
She is.
Okay,
She's great.
she's great, and she.
They weren't able to come out for Mother's Day.
No, they weren't able to come out for Mother's Day this
So-
year. And you know what we decided to do?
Have Leanne's Mother's Day here.
Yep, and we did complex carbohydrates all day long,
was
didn't we,
good.
Matt? Okay, let's go.
All
And
right,
we
are you ready for
pretended-
the cream
Yep,
cheese?
I'm ready for the
Okay.
cream cheese.
Okay, we are ready to dump this. This is 2 blocks, 2 8-ounce blocks of cream
Of
cheese.
cream cheese. And you know what, Matt? The brand doesn't really matter
No,
that much,
it
does
doesn't.
it, with this?
Nope.
You know,
Any
with-
brand you want.
With cheesecakes and things like that, it matters a little bit more. Okay, so this.
Okay, so we got that going.
Okay.
The
And
next-
Matt, it's so nice that this cream cheese is soft.
It is. I think it helps a lot for sure.
Okay, all right.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, this is the zinger. This is a half a cup of any hot sauce you want.
All right. All right.
So anything you want to make it a zinger. And you know what? Whenever you're making this, whatever you and your friends want, however hot you want it, you can adjust it. I do a half a cup, but you can
could
adjust
do a cup,
it however
you could do a
much
cup
you
and
want.
a half, whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever
And-
you think.
All right, here
we're
it
pouring
goes.
this thing in.
Wow. You know, this is actually
This is
really
the stuff
It's
right
really
there.
it's actually pretty.
It looks really good. If you want to take a look, see there.
Yep, that's good.
All right.
And I'm
It smells
telling you,
good, too.
It
It
smells
smells
good.
kinda
It's starting
spicy.
to kind of combine there.
Now this is what makes the buffalo wing dip taste good, is the mixing of the hot sauce with the ranch.
Okay, this is just Hidden Valley Ranch
This
dressing.
is any ranch dressing
Any
you
ranch
want.
dressing.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, dump her in.
Just dump it in there, and this is kind of what reminds me of the wing flavor, because you know when you get wings at like a store or at a restaurant or something, the ranch dressing or the blue cheese mixed with
Makes
the
it.
spicy is what makes it taste like
Yes,
a wing.
exactly right.
You know?
Okay, now, good point to make here. You call this buffalo wing dip, but today I'm going to call it buffalo buggy dip because we're in Amish country.
We are.
That's what I'm saying.
We are an Amish country.
Okay, all
That is
right.
the truth.
Oh, this smells so good,
All right.
Matt.
And then here's the last thing.
Okay.
We have 1.5 cups of cheese.
All right.
Now what we want to do is we're not going to really be precise about it.
All right,
you
we're
know.
not going to be.
We're not
prissy
we're
or
not
fancy
sticklers
pants
for the
about it,
recipe
no.
here.
All right.
So we're just going to take like three
Look at man
three-quarter-
hands just going in there. Yeah.
and just dump it in.
You washed
More-
those hands, didn't you? Okay,
Well,
all right.
We'll see.
All right, we're going to
All
save
right.
some of that cheese
so we
for the
saved
top.
like a third of it for the top. Okay.
Okay.
So we just blend this all together
Okay.
and let it mix up, and it
Oh,
smells
this
so
looks
good.
delicious. Is this it?
This is it.
All right, this is it. All right, we're going to stir this together. Now, am I going to want this cheese, this shredded cheese, am I going to want to let it melt, Matt?
Yes. You want everything to
You heard
kind of
that.
be a creamy texture,
melty.
easy to pick up with a chip, so it doesn't bust up and break and have half of the chip in. And no
Okay.
double dipping today.
Okay, no double dipping. Okay,
No.
now let me just say this. If you've made a New Year's resolution and you want to be really careful with what you're eating and how much of it, you can take vegetables with this dip and use celery, use peppers. You know, right here in Amish country, we have beautiful places with beautiful produce, just like Troyer's Country Market. They have beautiful things. So you can use veggies to dip in this dip instead of
celery and carrots would be great.
Now, personally, I'd go for the Tostitos or
Right.
the chips or the crackers. Okay, look, Matt.
So
look.
this will take about 10 minutes to really get melty and really creamy and good.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with cream cheese and cheese.
No, you
and
can't.
dressing.
Exactly,
let's
with
be
ranch
honest.
dressing. Okay, now, I'm going to stir this up. This
You're
is
doing
going
a
to
good
melt.
job. It's like you've
Thank
done this
you.
before or
I
something.
know. It's like I'm, cook on TV sometimes.
I know.
Okay, now, show me your pan. We're going to pour this
All right.
in.
Well, what I did is when this was blended, I dumped mine into my crock pot. This is mine
Okay,
from home.
okay.
So I brought that.
Okay.
So you can just put it in that, throw some cheese on top, and put it on warm, and just let it simmer. If you have a party,
Okay.
just leave it on warm all day.
Okay,
Or
all right.
if you're more of the pan type,
You
you
can
can
just
just
dump
dump
it
it in a pan. So here,
Is
I'll
it
do
ready
for
to
you.
dump or you want a little meltier?
It's up to you.
Okay, I think we're ready.
Okay, here I'll get it for you.
You dump it in.
All
there
right, so
for
we
me,
dump
Matt.
it in. Doing good.
Okay.
You know, my mom always taught me to scrape it all the way.
Scrape it all
Don't
the way.
waste
No,
it all.
waste not, want not. That's what moms always say.
Ain't that true?
Okay, now, Matt, we're going to put the cheese on top.
Right.
And we could stick this in the oven if we don't have a crock pot.
Okay.
Okay?
So we're just going to sprinkle this cheese.
You know, I like things to be pretty, so I'm going to sprinkle some parsley. I'm going to keep sprinkling the parsley over
Yeah,
here.
girlify it a little bit.
Girlify it a little bit.
That's all right.
It's not all about the man show.
That's all right.
Okay, now, coming up next, Holy moly, it's about the guacamole. So
We'll see.
stick around. It's time out.